Bollywood. It's just so predictable. Always the same old stories. Until now. I'm Mumtaz from AsianCultureVulture.com, and this is everything you need to know about Toilet Egg Prem Katha. That's right, a film about toilets.
संडास तो लाके छोड़ूंगा इस गांव में. राधे राधे.
Akshay Kumar's new film was made in response to the Prime Minister's Clean India movement, an initiative to improve sanitation in India. But can a movie really make a difference? I'm at the UK launch of the film to find out more.
Back here, please. Straight down, please. And just back.
So there's no better way to find out about a film than talking to its leading actors. So it's a real pleasure to be joined by Bhumi, Pednekar and Akshay Kumar. Welcome to AsianCultureVulture.com.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for having us over.
Cool. So, the film has already had a phenomenal response from the trailer alone. And of course, you've got interest in the Prime Minister too. So, how was that when you were actually making the film? Did you feel those external pressures knowing that you were making more than just a movie?
Well, the day I read the script, I knew that, okay, we've got something very, very, very special with us. And while we were shooting, you know, there was just this energy, this vibe that just felt right. And we just felt proud and we were so motivated because we were like, okay, there's a bigger picture to this film than just the film doing commercially well or just making another movie. So I don't think we were pressurized by it. I think we were motivated and encouraged just to do better, to make it good. See, it's just not a film that, I mean, of course, it's a love story with a very important message, but it's also a very credible film. It's very high on content. It's very high on craft. So it's a very well-made film also.
Anything to add to that?
No, she's finished everything.
Okay, fantastic. Now, obviously, it's going to get a lot of press, a lot of publicity, this film. And it's going to really boost your career because you're actually very new to film still. It's still one of your early roles.
Yes.
So, and you're playing a very strong female character too. So tell us a bit more about her and how you would like the audience to respond today.
She's actually playing a very strong role.
Yeah.
She's playing an arm wrestling girl.
Is that a bit of a spoiler?
Yes, I'm wrestling the society to have toilets for women. Yeah, she's a very opinionated. She's like any other Indian girl today. She has a voice. She believes in what's right and what's wrong. And even though I hate saying it, but you know, she's been brought up like a boy because in that strata of the society, the area that we are showing, there still is a lot of disparity between a girl child and a boy child. She's been taught to fight for her rights, and I'm very happy that I've got to play Jaya because it's a privilege for me to play her.
Okay, fantastic. Now, obviously, you've got tons and tons of experience, and you've worked with so many different women across the years. So, tell us a bit about what Bhumi was like to work with.
Bhumi is a good actress. She's very lovely to work with. She's always ready to explore. And because each and every shot is different from her first shot. So I think she's a risk taker. I think anybody who would do this kind of a film, I would call her a very risk taker. Mm-hmm. And so that's why I'm saying this about her. She is a beautiful girl. She has done this role to her best of ability. And I wouldn't be surprised if she'll be winning a lot of awards for this film.
Superb. Now, speaking of taking risks, actors, they have so much power, so much influence when it comes to influencing the population. So do you think that as actors, you need to be doing films like this? Or do you think it's actually outside of work that you should be getting your messages across? So in terms of this film, was it important for you to do this as a film? Or do you prefer the perception of you as a real person as opposed to the actor?
I think I'm going to actually take Akshay sir's example over here. He is so successful, right? He is like the top actor in my country, and he not only is he a socially responsible actor, but he's a very socially responsible citizen as well. So I think he is the best example to have when you speak of what you have to do in movies and what you have to do in real life. Like, he doesn't really speak about it often, but he's doing so much. He has schools for girls where they teach you martial arts and self-defense. He's doing something for our martyrs in our country. I mean, these are things that a lot of people with power and privilege don't do, and I have utmost respect for Sir, because he does these things, and then he, through his cinema, through his films, because he has such a wide reach, he has such a big mass or fan following. Through his films also, he's trying to educate people, spread the kind of knowledge that today we need to know, because it's time that we all take up our social responsibility, because we can't really have an ostrich mentality anymore and behave like everything's okay around us. And that's exactly what he's doing. He literally speaks about anything and everything that is not going right in our country, and I think it's commendable.
So speaking of the statistics related with this film, and we've been told that 564 million people in India don't have access to toilets. We've been told that over 50% of rapes in the country are potentially linked because of this reason. So they're shocking figures. How would you like this film to change that? Can a film really change society, change the way things are? And what would you like the legacy of this film to be, therefore?
Well, I would like it to create a great impact, because the whole idea is to have a country, open defecation free country. So would love to. It's a small contribution for what our Prime Minister has been doing. And hoping, keeping our finger crossed that I'm not worried about how much business this movie will do, but I'm surely want that this film has lots of footfalls, eyeballs watching this film. It's important that people understand what the problem is, where the problem lies, how you can change things. And it's an appeal to women also, that before getting married, ask the husband whether you're going to be a husband, whether you have a toilet or not, and don't get married if they don't.
Very strong message. Now, finally, we all have to spend our hard-earned money to go to the cinema. So why should we do that for this film? And of course, it is as part of the India Independence celebrations as well.
Like,
so should it be a big part of that?
To go, because we have worked hard also. So
Fantastic.
It's a and it's a hard-hitting film.
It's entertaining.
It's entertaining.
That's a very important part. A film should always be entertaining.
You should go watch this film, because it's the complete package. I mean, it's very rare that you have a film that entertains you, that's fun, you're going to be overwhelmed with the emotion of love, because it primarily is a love story. And for me, it's one of the greatest, one of the most epic love stories that I have read or seen. Our characters are simple, their problems are simple, their world is simple, but then you have a toilet which becomes the biggest villain in their life, and that in itself is so entertaining. It's not preachy. You're gonna have a big smile on your face while you're watching the film, and you're not gonna regret spending your hard-earned money on this one.
On second thought, isn't toilet the hero of the film?
Yeah.
Because how can it be a villain? We don't want villains.
That could be the spoiler.
Rather, not having a toilet in your house becomes the villain in their life. But toilet's the hero. Well thought of.
I was just thinking.
Well thought of.
Very, very much looking forward to catching the film.
Very fast you said this. You've corrected me very fast.
I'm pretty sure that everyone's going to be thinking about toilets in a completely new way now. Thank you so much, and wish you all the best with the movie.
Thank you very much.
Funny, because when I was watching it, एक दो चीजें खास करके जो दोस्तों वाली थी ना कि okay with that. I'm okay with that.
No, I think it's one of my favorite.
Personally, the toughest scene that I have ever shot was when I had to actually go perform the scene where I was defecating in the open, and I just couldn't do it. There were hundreds of people in front of me, and even though I was acting as a girl, it took such a big toll on my self-respect. I felt violated. How could I put up my clothes, squat, and pretend to be doing an act which is as natural as breathing? It was so tough. Yeah, that's my answer.
Thank you.
So there you have it, everything you need to know about Toilet Egg Prem Katha. The film releases on August the 11th, just in time for India's Independence Day on August the 15th. The question is, will a film about sanitation be successful or will it go down the pan?